We're gonna get this live, y'all, man. I apologize, man. My internet's down. We're down here on the back
Hello.
swamps. My man, you live on the Lance and Jasper show. Give me something good.
What's going on, Lance?
I'm doing great, my friend. I'm doing
I tell
great.
you, it's still great to be a Florida Gator. I want to let you know everybody's writing the orange and blue off, but the real Gator fans, it's time to stand up and rise up.
Well, you know we've been standing.
I'm looking forward to the Gators going up to Knoxville and whooping up the Tennessee Vols for the 13th out of the last 14 years, and I think that the Kentucky loss was kind of disappointing, but I think that we moved on last week, and we're looking forward to really seeing what this team is all about. I expect to see a heavy dose of running the ball. I expect to see Felipe Franks take some steps in managing the offense and winning third downs and getting more plays, offensive plays. We got to definitely see our offensive plays step up. And but I got a lot of stuff that I'm looking forward to. How you feel about the game, Lance?
I think the number one key to this game is going to be field position. So I think special teams is going to win it, because when you go into a loud environment like this with a quarterback like we have, you don't want to be backed up in it. You don't want to be backed up, man. That crowd can get loud. They can get on you. And I don't think we're really built to go 80 yards all the time. So if we can win special teams, win the field position battle, I think you're going to see a successful Saturday night for the Florida Gators. And again, when I evaluate Tennessee ball skater, their weakness of their teams are front seven. So if Florida will commit to the run, like we talked about, then I think the Florida's can win this game handily. I'm looking at a 28-13. Hell, we might drop 35.
Yeah. I agree with you. And it's like, a lot of people feel like the season is lost.
Right.
But
how does that make you feel, man? Because I got to tell you, how it makes me feel. Talk about that mindset. I mean, I had guys tweeting me last night telling me they're hating on the play calling. And I'm talking about every play. I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, I had one problem with the play calling the goal line, but other than that, I don't see bad play calling. How you feel about the play calling?
Actually, I feel like there's a nice mix of play calling. I just think that they're still in the place of trying to find out who does what well.
Right.
But there seems like there's times when we're dialing up the right thing. It just we got to get a good push, and we got to decide on who's going to get the majority of the runs. And I'm still confident in the play calling, and the confidence in the players. I think that we definitely have the weapons. See, one thing that kind of limits your plays is your weapons. So whenever you got legitimate weapons, that makes play calling look better right 100%. So I think that we're okay with that. Let's say the Gators win. I say 27-17. Okay.
I'll take it.
We win this game. We come back next week. Okay, probably unranked, playing a top 10 Mississippi State team on the road. We're where we want to be.
You better believe it, man. And
this is where you want to be.
The narrative will change, and the media's going to have a foot stuck in their mouth, and I can't wait for it, man, because I tell you, we win this weekend, it's on. They're going to hear from me. But I tell you, man.
Yeah. And talking about Lance is like they love to hate on the ball skaters. They love to hate on Frank. They love to hate on Lance from Tennessee, Jasper, Tennessee, baby. But I'm telling you right now, we're sold on the Mullinade, baby. But more than just the Mullinade on Gator country. The orange and blue is what you want to do. I tell you right now, I think we're coming back. I think we're coming strong. They was laughing and they was going off on us, but I think we got the parts. We got to take a nice strong step this week, and you're gonna see the confidence in the players and defense growth. I see us getting better every week. That's the thing. You got to see improvement from week to week.
You You see what C.C. Jefferson meant to the team last week. Zuniga and Poli had the games of their life. You add David Reese in the middle. You know Tennessee wants to run. I mean, I just believe with all my heart if we have C.C. Jefferson and David Reese, Kentucky ain't running wild like that. And again, our third down defense is what's hurting our offense. That's why guys ain't getting the touches. We're only getting 10 possessions a game. That ain't enough. Yeah. And the play, I don't count the plays, but I know you're pretty good at it. I mean, you know we're not running enough plays a game, and a lot of that's third down defense. And you can put some of that on the offense, but again, the third down defense has got to improve.
Well, okay, so Lance, now that has been one of my major things in the past. But with all due respect, I want to say that last week was not the norm. It was like a perfect recipe for small plays because you had special teams turnovers. You had special teams scoring. So it makes it look like you have less plays. You get what I'm saying?
Well, that's true. That's true. I'll give you that.
When you block a punt and you recover in the other team's territory within the red zone, you're going to score with less plays. So we scored in 2 plays. You get what I'm saying? So we hit that field goal. The first block, we blocked it. We recovered it within like the 20. Maybe it was in the red zone, right?
You're right.
All right. Then you got the punt return for a touchdown, right? Then you got the punt recovery in the end zone for a touchdown. So in each one of those plays, those are 3 different times that the special teams caused turnovers that led to the eventual scores or scored. So it gave them back the ball. So last week was not the normal recipe of what I've seen. Now
you make great points. You make great points, my friend.
Yeah. So, but I do think that we got to get better on third down. And another thing that's why stats can say what you want. You got to really look. We have more home run ability this year. Okay? So he hit the pass that he hit Jefferson on. What was that, like a 30-yarder?
Yeah, that was a beautiful play, man. Set up by the run, too.
So that was a home run. Scarlett scores on 36-yard run. That's a home run. And then Pierce scores on a home run. Okay, so you hit 3 home runs on offense, right?
That's true.
And then 3 home runs on special teams. So when you're hitting home runs, baby, when you're hitting home runs, your back average may not look good.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of keeps the pitch count down, don't it, boss? Well, I mean, when you're hitting home run, I mean, the pitch count just don't seem to get high because you're out of the game.
That's right. So I think you gotta people out there just trying to run with numbers and run with the narrative, baby. Listen, the Gator chat, the Swamp chat, we ready. We're a step ahead of you.
Corbin.
You can't just run with numbers. You can't just put numbers out there. We're looking in between the numbers and under the numbers and ahead of the numbers.
Man, I'll tell you, during the season, I don't use numbers. I don't write down stats. I mean, I'll count the plays just so I know what kind of balance we got. And mainly because in my heart of hearts, I just feel like if you're asking Franks to throw more than 25 times, we're going to lose those games. But other than that, I'm not a stat guy. I'm an eye guy. I'm an eye test guy. I only know what I see, and what I've seen is we need David Reese back, and I'm glad he's coming back, man. He's the quarterback of our defense. He's really going to help Miller play. He's going to help Houston. He's going to help Joseph because those guys can just go play football, and they're not having to think now because you know and I know David Reese gets everybody lined up, gets the plays in. He's the quarterback and the heart and soul of our defense, man.
And okay, all right, let's just look at another thing. All right?
Give it to me.
For the first time in 4 years, not only is the offensive coordinator new, so is the defensive coordinator. All right? So everybody's learning. So in the past where we were able to depend on the defense while the offense was struggling. So they're both learning. I think from week to week, you'll see the defense get stronger and stronger and stronger. As the year goes, the defense we'll see them get better. And Reese, Reese will definitely make the run defense better.
Yeah, there ain't no doubt about that. I mean, just saying. And I mean, and not only him, you got CC Jefferson on the outside. And I was talking to a Vols fan earlier, and he said Trey Smith's going to be matched up on CC Jefferson. From what I've seen, Todd Grantham's putting Zuniga and Jefferson on the right tackle, which I think is a brilliant move. Because everybody knows your best tackles on the left side most of the time in college football or in NFL. That's just the way it is because there's more right-handed quarterbacks. But, man, I really like that move by Grantham, putting those guys on the weaker talent because you don't want one-on-ones. I want to get my number one on your number two. And that's what we're doing. So
it's really kind of crazy right now because when we lose Marco Wilson, that really makes us young on the back end. It kind of changes everything we do. So I'm very intrigued to see how Grantham responds. You get what I'm saying? Like at the seasons begin, you have 2 All-American corners. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now you're much younger on the back end. Sean Davis is hurt, so you're a lot younger. And so it may affect how aggressive we are up front. So we're gonna need CC Jefferson to be that junior that's supposed to be shining this year. We're gonna need him to really show up.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. But I mean, I like Kyrie Campbell, what he did the other day. I don't know why he didn't start. I mean, this guy's a star, man. The double nickel, Kyrie Campbell. Hey, man, you remember those NFL commercials? I think it was Michael Strahan used to do those chunky soup commercials. You know what I'm talking about? We got our own damn soup. We got Kyrie Campbell soup. And I'm telling you, man, this guy's if you don't like that, drink you some Kyrie Campbell soup because this man's a star, man, in the making. And I'm here to tell you, man, I just can't. I mean, this game ain't going to, it should not be close, man. Again, I think special teams is going to decide it. I think we'll win that battle. Our defensive front. I mean, our front seven is better than their front seven, man. Their offensive line can't block ours. And again, even if you don't get to him, you can get some batted balls. This guy ain't very high in stature. I mean, he can run a little bit, but he ain't never been accused of beating nobody with your arm.
Yeah. I tell you what, Lance, if you're not Gator, you're Gator bait, baby. You know, and so we're excited about it. We're excited about it. Listen, I don't like front runners anyway. I don't like front runners. So the way it's working out, we got time for the front runners to jump off the ship, you know. And so I'm telling you, it still really sets good.
We win this weekend. We're both gonna be raising hell because you know what I know. Anything can happen when you get to Starkville, and if anybody knows how to beat that team, it's Dan Mullen. And if we win that game, you know we're coming home for LSU. So the narrative's going to change real quick, and I can't wait to get on. I can't wait to get on the radio Monday, and I know you can't either.
Yeah. What are you calling on the? Because I think I'm gonna tell you what I see. I see Kentucky playing Mississippi State tough. But I see Mississippi State, we actually need them to destroy them. We need them to beat them really handily because it will help us in preparation for them. I
agree with that, but I think Mississippi State's looking ahead. I don't even think they're taking Kentucky serious. I mean, really. I think they're looking ahead. I think it's a trap game. And plus, I'll tell you this, and people have laughed at me, but I've said this since the spring. Terry Wilson's a better quarterback than Nick Fitzgerald. He's got straight line speed. He can get on the edge. He's more accurate as a passer, and he can beat you downfield. Nick Fitzgerald cannot hit the deep pass. I am sorry. And that will get you beat against quality teams when you got guys running wide open for touchdowns and you miss them. You just don't get those plays back. You don't get that many opportunities in the game. And I will tell you, by the end of the year, Terry Wilson will be considered better than Nick Fitzgerald by the media and not just Lance and Jasper.
Yeah, that's real good, man. So I hope, I really hope.
I mean, but I agree with you. We need Mississippi State to win this game for us. If they lose, they're really going to be tight next week. I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, I mean, win or lose, we know what we got to do. And I think this team really, we're going to ball out for Dan Mullen in that game, man.
Yeah, but we got to get first things first. You know, it's kind of a sad narrative right now we're in a restoration project right now.
Hey,
because
have you ever? Let me ask you this, man, because I live in Tennessee and I've never done this in my life. I've never been more. I always look forward to this Tennessee game, but I just can't even look forward to it with Mississippi State in the loom, man. I'm just so excited for next week. I hope the team's focused because I'm not focused, and I hate Tennessee more than anybody. But I can't be focused on this game. All I want is next week.
Well. I just think that I want Tennessee first because next week. It looks more attractive when we're 3-1 than 2-2. So,
but I'm just talking about as a fan in the game. I mean, normally this is my game. This is my game, my favorite game. This is my Super Bowl, but not this year, man. Not this year.
What I was going to say, Lance, is that how far has the mighty fallen? This used to be the game of the week. I mean, ESPN would be in Knoxville this week. You know, this was a fixture on CBS at 3:30.
Correct.
And for it not to be the 3:30 game, it just lets you know how far we got to improve. So, and get back to where we were. So we got work to do. I think that in our fan base right now, that our fans are really having an identity crisis. I think I heard Coach Mullen talk about it tonight. It's like our fans some of them are criticizing as if you don't show up to the game, if you ain't cheering for your team, you're not supporting your team, you're not being positive. Well, what are you doing? You tear down your team. So listen, man, I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it because
it's like I told Zach and Jeff. How can you expect fans to be positive when the local media, like Chris Doran's telling you, don't be fooled by the final score, and he starts hating on the quarterback. He talks about the wide receivers. And then you get Pat Dooley talking about this team fighting for bowl eligibility. David Pollock will tell you this team's average at best. Mike Bianchi is calling fans delusional if you think the Florida Gators got a chance to win this year. So how do you expect fans to be positive when we got our media sticking it to us? And they trust media more than us, which is a damn shame. But I'm here to tell you, man, this Florida Gator team is not going 8-4.
So this is the thing. They just got to go out there and prove them wrong. That's all to it.
It starts Saturday. I'm looking forward to it.
It's about it. It's time. I think that the stage is set. We can't afford to have a hiccup. We got to go out there and produce and shut them up. That's all we got to do, man. Because they don't know what they're talking about. I tell you that. They do not know what they're talking about.
Well, here's the deal. They labeled us soft, Boss Gator. And I know Dan Mullen said it was soft, but Dan Mullen saying it in the media, making it a national story, is two different things. But if we beat Tennessee, we beat Mississippi State, they can't say we're not soft because you don't become soft to hard in 3 weeks. So they really just stuck their foot in their mouth. They misspoke. They spoke too soon, and they ain't getting away with it this time.
Yeah.
You don't go from being soft against Kentucky and then being hard when you play Mississippi State. If you're soft all year.
Right. Well, it's like this, Lance. They don't know what to talk about. They don't know. They don't know what to say. They just trying to make money. They're trying to make money off the Gators. But listen, I'm telling you, everybody knows that Lance and Jasper knows what's going on. Boss Gator knows what's going on. Superman, Gator Man, Swamp Train, all of them. We know what's going on, baby. They don't know what's going on. Lady Gator, that's right. My girl Lady Gator and Swamp Kid and Johnny C and Greg in Tennessee, baby.
Get Daryl in there.
Know what's going
Get
on.
Daryl in there. Get Daryl in there.
And Daryl from Clay County, baby.
Hey.
We know what's going on.
Hey.
We know what's going on. We ain't gonna take no what they trying to sell us, man. They trying to sell clicks. But we sitting there trying to win games.
Yeah, they selling clicks, and meanwhile they're destroying recruiting. Because you know this, and I know this as a parent. It's one thing to call out a unit, but when the media starts calling players out and labeling individuals soft, my kid ain't playing for your ass.
Yeah, it's always.
You can't talk about mama's boy like that and expect mama to sign on with you, man, because you ain't got no business calling out something that you don't really understand. And the media don't understand football. They can't even spell football.
But I think that We're in a different dispensation right now. This is not McElwain, okay? Mullen is masterful at this. So he knows what he's doing. He knows how to. I mean, I don't want him talking negative, but don't get me wrong. Just a little bit of negative ain't gonna hinder Dan Mullen from locking down and getting the recruits that we need.
Let's see my face anyway. Longer. Hey man, there's a lot of Gator fans in the world, but there's only one boss, and he's Boss Gator, man. I appreciate your time, man. This was a great breakdown. Give me your final score one more time, man. Let them know how it's going to go down.
Oh, don't do it to me. I say 27-17 Gators.
I got 28-13, so we're about on the same page right here. Hey, man, maybe I can catch up with you. Since you want me going the game, maybe I can catch you after the game on the phone, man. Live reaction, man. You be my number one call, man. You know that.
All right, and I'm going to be ready, baby.
Oh, man, I hope so, man. That'd be the best show ever, man. Go Gators.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, we're going to call a quarterback. Call Dustin. We'll get out of here.
I want to call Dusty.
Don't say that too bad.
Yep. I need to move off camera here.
He's gotten better.
Yes, I give him that.
Yeah, don't get my girl. Everybody want my girl now. They already want me. I
want to
be on my show, and they still want to be with my girl, man.
Hey, I'm trying to stay off camera.
Some things ain't for sale.
Hell no. I'm trying to stay off. I'm in the background.
I'll get you on a call one day, sweetheart.
Go Gators!
Go Gators! Gimme.
Come on!
I mean, you the quarterback. You tell me about Tennessee's quarterback, because to me, I just see a lot of batted balls. He can beat you with his feet, but he damn sure can't beat you with his arm. And David Reese coming back. Good luck running the rock this weekend in Rocky Top.
Agreed, man. Hey, their quarterback is very efficient. I would say he's one of the most efficient quarterbacks in the SEC, but they haven't tested him. You know, he's throwing, on average around 6 to 7 yards per throw. You know, the elite quarterbacks will get more around 8 or 9 yards per throw. But he is pretty efficient. He's pretty accurate. So we need to stay disciplined, and that's where you're right on. Reese, disciplined in the gaps, in defending the gaps in the run game. Then I believe we'll also be disciplined in the pass game too, as they utilize pass. That's 2-3. Some would say 4 pretty good running backs. I don't think any one of their running backs is going to be all SEC. They don't Jordan Scarlett or Michael P. Ryan.
I got a lot of respect for Ty Chandler, man. I got to tell you.
No, he's a good guy.
He's a good player, man. He might not be all SEC, but I'd take him on my team.
Oh, for sure. I mean, if he's on the Gators, he'd probably be third right now, though, honestly. But yeah,
well,
man,
hell, Damian Pierce is started on the Gators right now, so that ain't a bad thing, man. The Gators are deep at running back.
Oh, the Gators are really deep. Not as deep as they were.
Tell me about that pass rush. I mean, don't you think our pass rush is going to get to him? And again, man, the batted balls. I mean, I think people are overlooking that. I'm telling you, you're going to see 3 to 5 batted balls this weekend. I just don't think the kids are tall enough in stature to see downfield, and our guys can get there quick, man. And David Reese back. Everybody else can just go play football because he's going to be doing all the quarterback.
No doubt, man. You think we have line problems? Man, Tennessee's offensive line is abysmal. I watched the film. Against UTEP. Okay, UTEP is probably the worst, if not one of the worst teams in FBS. Okay, UTEP. All right, they can only score 24 points.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of disappointing scoring on 24, but I got to tell you, I mean, they're going to be more motivated for this game, a little bit more fired up, a little bit more attention to detail. The attitude will be different. We got to match the mindset. We didn't do that against Kentucky. Where you at, boss? Where you at, Jack?
I think that.
Did you hear what I said, bro?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
Repeat that.
Oh, I was just making sure you heard what I said because I thought I lost you. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. No, I think it's going to be a good week. I'm tired of everybody complaining about Felipe. I mean, he's not Tim Tebow. He's not Dak Prescott. But that's okay. It doesn't have to be Tim Tebow. It doesn't have to be Dak Prescott. It doesn't have to be what Will Greer's doing for West Virginia. Okay? He just has to be the best version of Felipe Franks. Okay? Protect the ball. Get the ball in the hands of playmakers. Go catchable ball. Go throw picks.
How many touchdowns does Tennessee quarterback have? Do you know?
I don't know.
I don't either, but think about this. Felipe Franks, man, he's only played 10 quarters, and he's got 9 touchdown passes. That's pretty good, man. And he's not a finished product like Dan Mullen keeps reminding people. And his best days are ahead of him. His best games are ahead of him. He's either going to get better or he's going to the bench. And I will suspect the kid to get better, and I expect the coaching to get better. The only game he failed was Kentucky. I know he missed some passes last week and all that, and that's fine with me. Every quarterback misses throws. You know that. You're a quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, the more wide open they are, those are the hardest ones to make. You know that.
Yeah. Felipe graded out by far his best game this past week. There was I believe he was 15 for 9. Which I know he went or 9 for 15 because he went 0 and 6 and then completed, I believe, 8 of his next 9. So he was 8 for 15. And of those 7 incompletions, 3 were dropped and were catchable. And 2 of them were bad reads, and one of them was a pick, which was a good read, but he threw it off his back foot, and it was quite a bit short, and it was picked off. If it would have been, if he would have thrown him open, it probably could have been a touchdown. So I think Felipe is getting a whole lot better with his decision making. I think
Mullen's getting better with his play calling too. I like the commitment to the run, man, and it does hurt Mullen. It does hurt Mullen a little bit that Franks ain't a power runner, and he really can't do the running things that he really wants to do from the quarterback's position. He's got a little escapability, but it's really handcuffed Dan Mullen's play calling. So I got to give Mullen a little slack there. But tell me this: give me your number one key to the game and a final score. My number one key to the game is special teams. I think field position is going to be key. And I got 28-13 Gators. Man, I'm down here in the cave. When you watch this video, y'all won't even be able to see my face. I apologize for that. But all I could do was audio tonight, but I wanted to go live for y'all. But give me your number one key and your final score, man.
Yeah, man. Number one key is ball control. I know that we got away with 44 plays versus Colorado State's 80-plus last week. That ain't gonna work out in Neyland Stadium. We got to control the ball. We got to run the rock. We got to sustain drives. Okay. Our special teams is gonna be good, but I don't think we're gonna have short fields in the same way we had against Colorado State. We're gonna have to drive the rock down the field. And 4 to 5 incredible, excellent drives. I expect us to hold the ball, run the rock. I expect us to play well against their defense. And in a similar vein to your prediction, I predict the Gators to go 31-10. 31-10, that's my final pick. 4 touchdowns, 1 field goal, keeping the streak alive.
Who do you think our offensive MVP will be? I think it's Kadarius Toney.
You think I'll be Kadarius Toney?
It better be. It better be. I mean, he's the biggest mismatch on the field. Don't you agree?
He's one of them, that's for sure.
I mean, you get this kid. I mean, I haven't seen Dan Mullen use Kadarius Toney the way I would use Kadarius Toney. And I know Dan Mullen's a smarter coach than I will. And I think you're going to see the real Kadarius Toney this week with a little help of Dan Mullen and the Mullenade calling plays for you.
Yeah, man. I think that's
how you silence a crowd with explosive plays, big runs, third downs, special teams, and man, I got to tell you, I can't wait for this game. I'm fired up for Mississippi State more, but I really can't wait for this game, man. This is my favorite game.
It's a big game.
And if we don't win this one, Mississippi State ain't going to matter because I ain't going to be able to say shit with a mouthful. And you know they're going to be after my ass.
Hey, man, I'm looking for Damian Pierce to have a game, man. I think he's going to.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
I think Damian Pierce is going to have his breakout. They're going to give him the rock, and he's going to do things with it that Michael Pirine and Jordan Scarlett only wish they could do. I'm not saying they're not good, but I'm saying Damian Pierce is the future of the run game for Florida football.
I think that's a
great player.
I think that's a great pick, man. That's a great pick. I love that pick. That is a great pick. And I got to tell you.
You know why?
Go ahead.
You know why? Because if Damian Pierce is getting the kind of carries that he would need to be the MVP, that means we win the game. Okay? If I have to tell you that Felipe Franks is going to be the MVP, that means he's throwing way too much. Okay? I better not see more than 25 throws.
Tell me about
Get
it.
that.
Talk to me.
We better run the rock. Okay?
Commit. You got to commit.
We have 80. We run the ball 50. Come on.
I agree with you. I want to see 50. I want to see 55-45. Oh, shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I want to see. Sorry about that. I want to see 55% run, 45% pass. Hell, I don't even care if it's 60-40, as long as the run's in the favor.
Yeah, man, I agree. Hey, go Gators! This is such a big game. Hate Tennessee, I do. That orange is ugly. And it's like a possum. There it is. It's pretty disgusting.
You don't get me beat up, man. I'm sitting out here. Probably got some Tennessee fans over here. You watch your mouth, man. I'm just kidding. Hey. The only reason I live in Tennessee, my man, is because there's no prostitution. They're all volunteers. Go Gators.
Oh man. Go Gators.
You are so nuts.
Oh man. Y'all boys like football? Y'all boys like football? Who y'all like? Oklahoma. Man, that's a good pick. I like Oklahoma a lot. Yeah, we just having some fun over here talking some football. Here we go. Give me a Val real quick, and I'll be out of here.
Yeah, you said that about this, but I know better than that. Val, where are you? I'm staying away all the way this time.
I can't see you anyway.
Well, I thought they were go too, and the phone blew there.
I mean, if you put your face down there. Hey, man, we got it live, man. I'm standing out here in the woods. This ain't a good place, man. I'm scared for my life. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, man, I wanted to get you on, man. You're my last caller, so give me your best shot, man. I'm going to get out of here.
I got 28-13 for
28-13?
Yeah, that's my prediction. It could be worse, it could be less. You know, it all depends on if we move the chain on offense and we play good run defense. You gotta stop the run and run the ball.
Who scares you the most on Tennessee?
Garantano, because you see what Josh Downs did to us in 2016. So the dual threat scares me him because he ain't sorry by a long shot. So if he gets it going and they block for him, you know, he can bust it out the backfield for 80 yards just like Jerry Wilson. So hopefully we can just shut him down and key on him and spy on him. And what's his name? Marquez Callaway, the wide receiver number 1 outside, and the other receiver on the other, Joshua, what's his name? What's his name? Number 15, the receiver. They got the other receiver. Oh, Josh Malone. Them two. That's only 3 players that really stand out and scare me the most. We got to just lock them. You know, we lost Marco, so we got to trade Dean. This is going to be his game to step up because they're going to throw the ball and they're going to try to run it. We should play the ball, man, for 4 quarters. All 11 hats around the ball on defense and the offensive line block for offense. That's all I'm looking for.
Who do you think will be Gators MVP on offense? If you were calling plays, who would you be trying to get the ball to the most this week?
Darius Tony.
I agree with you 100%, my friend. Tell me why.
That's the looking player that we got.
Damn right.
He's the best solution trainer that we got on the outside. Get him on the outside, but he gives us the best chance to score. He gets the best chance to get the first down. You know, best chance to get yards after catch. He's most explosive coming that you put him in the backfield, Wildcat, and he's also a quarterback, so he can throw the ball too. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's the guy I want to see, man. If he ain't the MVP, something's wrong. I mean, and plus he can run the rock, man. I want to see some Wildcat. I want to see some Wildcat. I don't want to see Franks trying to win this game with his arm. I know Tennessee's secondary is weak, but I don't want to find that out. I don't want to test it. I want to test that front seven, which in my mind is the weakness of their team. And if you can pound on them for 4 quarters, man, they'll fall like clothes in the fourth. And Damian Pierce, he's a fourth quarter nightmare. So if we can get to the fourth quarter running the rock, them boys will quit. They'll quit.
Right. My MVP on defense is Chauncey Gardner. I think he'll probably have. If they try him, he'll have like 2 hits. Maybe C.J. Henderson. I'm leaning towards Chauncey Gardner. I think he's going to have a big game. I think he's going to step up. I think David Reed is going to step up. He's going to get his defense right. We're going to see a lot better defense this week. We're going to see defense was great last week. Don't get me wrong, but we're going to see an excellent elite defense this week because they got their quarterback back in the middle. So I ain't really worried about this. I'm really psyched. I'm hyped about next week, man. So hopefully, I ain't looking past Tennessee. I got respect for Tennessee, but I'm too deep for next week, man, because we got to get on their ass.
That's me, man. I mean, I love this game, but it's hard for me. It's hard for me to get excited for this game because we should win. And I know we will win. I mean, I said against Kentucky, but again, you fool me once, you ain't fooling me twice.
Yeah. Well, we can't come in there like we did against Kentucky thinking they sweet.
Well, we won't.
We still got to beat them.
We won't because, man, we know if we lose this game, our season's over.
Yeah. So we just got it's gut check time. Basically, it's really gut check time. We got to put up and shut up.
Well, we'll put it up.
Put it up, man. But yeah, Lance, I think we're gonna go. I think we're gonna win this game. We're gonna be ready for Starksville next week. What you say?
Yeah, it's gonna change the narrative in the media, man. I mean, the media really stuck their foot in their mouth, calling this team soft, labeling this team, telling us the season's over after 2 weeks. I mean, I gotta tell you, them boys are gonna regret them words. And as soon as we get Rocky Top, when I get on the radio, everybody in Gainesville and the media is getting their ass whooped and called out by name. And I'll call every damn radio show I can find, every cell number in America, every 352 area code number. I'm gonna call and tell them your ass is gator bait. You poured out the Molinade a little bit too soon, and you make me sick because you're hurting recruiting. You're giving this fan base a bad rep, and not only that, this team deserves better, man. Are you kidding me? How the hell are you going to hate on the Florida Gators just because they don't meet your expectations?
Yeah, Lance, I hear you, Lance, loud and clear.
Loud and clear, man. All right, man, I'll get you out, man. Go Gators.
Go Gators.
All right, man, Lance and Jasper Show. I apologize for this production. Y'all forgive me. I'll see you Saturday night. We'll get it right. Go Gators. 28-13. Gators win.